Hello everyone, and welcome to the Financial Philip YouTube channel. In this YouTube channel, I will be talking about my opinions, facts, and the truth. Of course, as you can tell by the name, Financial Philip, I'll be talking about financial topics and subjects and categories, and of course, my name is Philip. So, to start off my YouTube channel, I will clearly be talking about what the title says, why the United States of America is not as good as it used to be. Now, I'm sure, 100% sure, absolutely, and I see it online on the internet all the time. Americans protecting their country metaphorically, on the internet, just typing away, not actually, serving it in the army. But even then, are they really doing much other than fighting proxy wars? But I'll get to that later. So, basically, the United States of America, literally, probably categorized in terms of finances, the best country on this earth, in this world, currently, of course, until either China or, believe it or not, maybe even Russia beat it in terms of finances specifically, because in terms of quality of life, while America is still good, I'm not saying it's the worst. I'm not saying it's even bad in general. I'm saying it's getting bad, and why the United States of America is not as good as it used to be, which is the title of this video. So, first point being, you can't be rich in a country that's poor. That's the first thing. Everyone wants to be rich in this country. And the truth is, I've noticed this, even though it happened long before I was born. Everyone came to this country wanting to be rich. And the truth is, the only actual people that got rich are ones that tried. I know for a fact there have been many people that have probably came to this country expecting free handouts as immigrants themselves, legal or illegal, whatever. They came to this country, which good for them. They're searching for opportunity for their kids or for themselves if they didn't have children. And they were just looking for the American dream. But that's exactly the thing. It is called the American dream, not the American reality or the American truth. Everyone's working. Most people are living paycheck to paycheck, let's be honest. And the only possible way to not live paycheck to paycheck is living below your means. But we Americans in the United States of America, at least other people, I try not to, have just been made so used to this consumerist idea. And it's not even an idea, it's the truth. Every single corner you go to in this country, it's a gas station, good for cars, okay. But then you go inside and some random products that aren't even good for you. It's a store, parking lots. The only possible places in this country that aren't just mindless consumerism are national parks and just nature in general. But even then, it's just housing, all that stuff, which is good for the economy up until inflation outpaces the wage increases, which are practically non-existent. Whose wage has even increased anyway at all, other than, okay, maybe some people get a few cents or a few dollars more, but compared to inflation, which is of course the devaluing of currency. Some people have that wrong. They think it's something else. It's the devaluing of currency, and the currency isn't worth anything anyway. It's not even linked to gold anymore, and it wasn't for a long time. It's just linked to what? Trust in the government, which everyone has been recently losing, and in general, truthfully, over the past few decades, the trust in the government and in the country has just been getting lost at this point. Everyone is just divided, it's side by side, right side, left side, whatever. It really doesn't matter. The truth is that this country, truthfully, is being used as a wealth extraction method by, as some people would call them, the elite. So the rich people. Now, I'm not hating on rich people. Good for rich people. I have nothing against them. Good for them. I actually don't care. I support them, of course. But it's not even just the rich people, it's the very rich people. Because rich people have worked for it all. I'm not going to lie. Some people are going to be out there saying, oh, they used this, they used that, tax exemptions. That's just how it works. That's how the system works. Get used to it and just get better at it. Just get rich. Truthfully, that's how it works. That's just the truth. But with how things have been going in the past few years, if you couldn't already tell that this is all being done on purpose, that the United States of America is truthfully collapsing. It really is. And I'm not saying it already has or it will soon. I don't know for sure, but as we can tell, everything's becoming very expensive. The currency is being devalued, as I said before, and how are you supposed to keep up if your wages don't increase? And you are normally required to use your time and trade in your time for money. You only have a limited amount of time, and you can only get a limited amount of money. That's why you, of course, do need assets, which is good. But as I said before, you cannot be rich in a poor country. The United States of America is how many trillions of dollars in debt right now? I don't know. Currently, as of recording and uploading this video, I'm pretty sure it's a good, well, it's bad, $38 trillion, which is absolutely insane. I'm pretty sure they said something like each citizen of the United States of America would have to pay off $100,000 total. I'm pretty sure I saw that somewhere. I don't know if the math is correct or not. Regardless, it just does not matter. $38 trillion. Now, I don't know if they can even pay this off with anything, with taxes, with these tariffs, and like none of it actually matters because it can't be done. It's at this point just excuses, just news, just to have some news, just so people are, I guess, just distracted at this point because it just cannot be paid off. It's just hoping for something that it really is not possible unless who knows what would happen, something crazy. And going back to the point that all the immigrants came to the United States of America for a better life, good for them. But to continue on that, the truth is, they thought, and it is true, or at least it was true, you had to work hard for your money. Now, while that it still is kind of true, it depends. It really does depend because you really cannot get rich that easily from a normal job, if at all, actually, unless you, I don't know, have some high-paying job in some office or maybe some trade where you actually do physical labor but still earn a decent amount of, money. But even then, you still trade your time for money, and you only have a limited amount of time, while the rich, as a tip and suggestion, if you guys don't know, use assets that appreciate in value, maybe not even specifically appreciate, but if anything, they are inflation proof, which is the currency being devalued. So while the currency is being devalued, it doesn't matter. Let's say they have some real estate investment property, which is very good to have because it's physical, it's there. Although some people have some excuses and truthfully, it's garbage, saying, oh, what if this breaks, what if that breaks in your real estate investment property? And just don't buy an old house or don't buy an old real estate investment property. If you're starting out, don't buy like a crazy 100 unit place. I don't know, see how it goes, see if you're good at it. Hire some people if you have enough money, property managers, whatever, to fix stuff up. It can't be that hard as people make it out to be. And yeah, the rich just use assets. And of course, again, nothing against the rich. Good for them. They worked for it. I'm 100% not against them at all. Other than the system, which is clearly designed and made by the richest people, not the richer, not the rich, the richest, the elites, as some people would call them. So yeah, the United States of America, truthfully, in summary, is just a playground for the rich. Inflation, the devaluing of the currency, everyone just has enough. Politics aren't even real. It doesn't really matter. All the politicians do the same thing regardless for all the lobbyists. And the economy doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. Like, people are saying the investments are going up. Good. If you have assets, good. But the people that are just starting out, are they even able to start out? Or will they truthfully be trapped? Because the wealth gap is widening. And it has been widening for, truthfully, I would say the past few decades, but specifically the past few years, as we can tell. People are out here buying cars worth millions of dollars. If anything, let's say just a $500,000 supercar. They're buying that with cash. While people can't even afford houses worth half of that cost half of that with cash. And they have to work multiple years, and even then, they're taxed away, 90% of their income's taken away. Like, some people just say 50%, 90%, let's be honest. Everything you eat, everything you drink, everything you own, everything you consume, everything you use, it's all taxed to the point that it's actually annoying. Like, okay, let's follow the law. But how do you follow it? Everything is taxed, regardless. And good for the rich people. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. They use some sort of, as people call them, loopholes. Do I call them loopholes? Not really. It's just part of the game, part of the system. It does favor them, though. That's the truth. Yeah, because it is made for them. But just learn the game and get better at it. You can't really hate on it. You can't really just straight up whine all the time. At least try to play the game. Try to win the system and become financially free, which, I don't know if it's really possible, or it is still possible for sure, absolutely, but definitely not as easy as it was a few years ago. Although with the internet, there are a lot more things that you can truthfully do, and it's definitely more simple, but it depends. From a normal job, now chances are a lot lower unless you study for who knows how many years, get into college debt worth more than a mansion. I don't know, some people just get into college debt. I don't know why. That's also another thing, why the United States of America is collapsing. Debt, other than the country's debt itself as a whole, specifically college debt. I have no idea why people do that. I don't know why people take it out. Just go to a college that costs less. And I don't know why people believe this. I never believed this. They say it as an excuse. They were promised that college was going to guarantee them a good job. I always knew it wasn't. I just knew it wasn't, because nothing is guaranteed. How could you believe these people that honestly just don't even earn a lot in general? How can you believe them in telling you that college will provide you a good job? Now, I'm not saying it won't, but you can't say it guarantees. These people are out here taking out loans worth more than an entire house. At that point, you just buy a house and work some minimum wage job. You have a better chance of surviving than with that college loan, unless you really get a very good job that pays a lot right away. But that is if you get it right away, and if you get it in the first place, especially in today's job market. Everyone has a college degree. Everyone's searching for a job. Are college degrees even worth anything? That's what this entire, or at least the youth of this country, excluding me, because I never believed in the scam. Not that I'm not going to college, but I just never believed in what they were saying. So, yeah, to honestly summarize, this is only a few things that I know. These are only the few truths that I know. There are a lot more. To summarize, just insanely high debt for the country itself, fighting proxy wars for other countries. I won't specify what, but I think if people, are on the internet enough and they have all the information that humans basically know, at least other than governmental agencies known to the public, they probably know this because they have the information at their fingertips practically with all the devices and social media. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Truthfully, yeah, I mean, as the saying goes, that I literally made up. I don't think anyone else has made this up. I just made it up right away. You can't be rich in a poor country, and I'm not saying rich people are running away from this country. They're still here because all their businesses are here, all their assets are here. But this country is just not doing as good as it used to. Literally, mainly because all of this is done on purpose. The wealth gap is widening. Do what you can, buy as many assets as you can, investments, whatever. Some people say stocks, cryptocurrency. Truthfully, all of it is good as long as you hold it long enough and just keep it as a way to store your wealth. And of course, are paying all your bills and stuff like that. But yeah, none of this is financial advice. Don't take any of this seriously as financial advice. These are just my opinions and some of the truths that are revealed online, on news websites, and on social media that people all know and understand. And yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy my future videos because I'm just getting started, and hopefully you do learn a lot from me, and also hopefully I learn a lot from you guys in the comments and in general over the next few years, if anything, to, we'll see how this country performs, because it's already kind of declining and collapsing, especially with the currency and morale of the people, actually. So yeah, bye.